Thank you, Phil and Lisa, and thank you also for keeping to time. We're going to move swiftly on to our next session. Henry Locatelli from XR Extreme Reach will be telling us how smarter ad distribution can help reduce wastage, stretch budgets, and finally how they can help measure and profile how representative and accessible your video content really is. So please give it up for Henry, everyone.
Hi there, everybody. Really great to be here today at the newly minted Future of Video. I'm Henry Locatelli. I'm a Business Development Director at XR, and I spend most of my time working with many of the world's largest advertisers. And I think we're going to be taking a look through a slightly different lens today than lots of the other speakers. So, who are XR? Fundamentally, we do video. Some of you may know us for getting a 30-second spot to a linear broadcaster on time and to spec. But we also deliver to all screens, making us the engine powering the largest creative distribution network today. We're also delivering video in almost every market in the world. That's more than 50,000 media endpoints and growing. And we're also the market leader in serving video advertising for streamed sports events. Maybe have piqued the interest of some football fans, so we're making a little progress. But that's not really what I want to talk to you about today. It's not the whole story, and frankly, it's just a small part of it. At XR, what we're really trying to do is make production and media spend work harder. So, for global marketers, and even a lot of regional and local marketers, full visibility and control of what's created and adapted, where and how it's used, it's extremely challenging. Don't get me wrong, the information exists, but it's incredibly fragmented, saved in bits and pieces in an Excel on your creative agency's account director or producer's desktop, your post house's editor or business affairs manager's desktop, and that's before we get to our planners, who we already know love a spreadsheet, who each run their own specific to market or channel. In essence, understanding the full life cycle of your content, where it goes, how it changes through the process of localization, and the frequency with which it's used and where, is guesswork. So this is where XR step in to support many of our customers. By virtue of our role in this final mile of campaign delivery, we offer advertisers a unique perspective and scale. Visibility of all content that's created and delivered. We can show you every master, every local adaptation in your campaign, and we can show you which broadcasters aired the spots and which publishers hosted your ads, as well as surface a whole array of creative and performance metrics all in one place. And that's available unbound by channel or geography. So, to a question that I'm sure a few of you have, and it's a fair one, why is that actually important? So, our data shows that 48% of advertising content that's created is wasted. That is still a shocking stat to me. And it's a stat that I imagine might have pointed John Wanamaker in the right direction. Wastage of this level equates to an enormous amount of production investment wasted. Investment in the work of your creative and production partners, investment in talent, on screen and behind the camera, investment in the rights to use your content in your chosen markets and on your chosen channels, investment that could be redirected into work that travels. But we shouldn't just focus on the wastage, because understanding usage is equally important. We help our customers understand what content is used, how it's performing, and how long it's live. It's this transparency that has been used to create more suitable, widely adopted toolkits. It's enabled marketers to consider reusing content across more channels, channels that content might not have originally been intended for. It's enabled high quality, highly effective work to receive more media investment and to maximize its use and impact. Fundamentally, it allows advertisers to raise the quality of their content and make smarter, more informed decisions. And that's without mentioning that we're all striving to make more sustainable choices across every industry, And so getting the most out of what we create is essential. So, by distributing your content from a single point, XR can tell you what's used where and for how long. Not too bad for the postman. But we aren't just a postman. We can tell you what's in the packages as well. As XR receive, ingest, and deliver content, we also profile those ads in depth to better understand the composition of the creative itself. Once again, our position in the supply chain allowing us to do this at great scale. So this could mean looking at creative quality. We're interrogating the content we deliver to identify whether they align to some key principles of effective content. Assessing each ad to understand whether it's attention-grabbing or whether it's well-branded, whether that content connects with the audience, and if the ad directs that audience to do anything like take advantage of a promotion. Once we've done all that, we can provide you with a score that can be used to better understand a single piece of content with granular and specific feedback on how to make improvements, or be wrapped up to better understand the overall quality of content across a campaign or a market, or across your brand as a whole. Another way that we're assessing content is by looking at on-screen representation. In October this year, we released our representation index, RX. To launch RX, we ran a global assessment across video advertising. We assessed more than 3 million unique ads delivered to both broadcasters and publishers across the globe. Today, RX looks at 4 variables: body type, skin tone, gender expression, and age. We use that to determine how representative ads are of their audience. And once again, we can provide a simple to understand score for every video ad, in addition to be able to review representation by market, campaign, or a brand overall. But it's because of the scale of this assessment that we have a very representative sample to work with. And that's enabled us to create industry benchmarks, which can be used to track your progress against your peers. Fundamentally, ads are built to communicate with an audience, and Kantar found in some research that was commissioned by Unilever that people are increasingly disconnected from advertising, with less than 1 in 5 people believing that it's representative of wider society. They concluded that ensuring your ads show underrepresented groups in a positive way has an ability to build not only brand equity, but deliver an increase in short-term sales. We're helping our customers understand those kind of variables so that communications can be optimized accordingly. So before I leave you, I'd like to share one more way that we profile video content, and that's for accessibility. 1 in 4 people live with a visual impairment, and 1 in 5 people live with a hearing impairment. But today, our data indicates that only 17% of ads are delivered with accessible features. Accessible video takes many forms. Closed captions, open captions, audio descriptions, and alt text are just a few examples. But it can be difficult to track the creation of accessible formats across the various agency partners, markets, and brands, and so it's difficult to drive adoption for many marketers. Once again, it's somewhere that we're well placed to support. We review content as it's distributed to understand if it's been built in an accessible manner. This could be checking whether it's suitable for audio description, whether closed captions have been provided to the media owner, or if open captions have been applied. We can even get the audio description or captions added for you. It's also worth mentioning that that might be one of the lowest cost opportunities for a brand to increase the ROI of its campaigns. You're accessing a larger audience without any additional media spend. Okay, so thank you for joining me to hear a little bit about XR. I hope in our brief time I've left you with some knowledge of how we can generate data which drives higher creative quality, but also maximizes the investment made in media. We really believe that a smarter, joined-up approach to ad delivery can drive huge value and is deserving of its place in the future of video. If anyone's curious about any topics covered, please do come speak with me afterwards. I should be about for a while, and I know some of the team are here too. So thank you again.